We are back with another edition of Bird of the Week. Today we are talking about one that you've most likely seen here in Maine. We're talking about a seagull, the specific great black-backed seagull. We're joined with Stacia Brzezinski, field naturalist with Maine Audubon. Stacia, you love your gulls.
I love gulls.
Okay, so first of all, this one, when I first saw a photo of it, I was like, that could almost be mistaken for like a bald eagle. Yeah. The size.
Absolutely. Their wingspan is actually just shy of a bald eagle's.
Really?
Yep.
That sounds like a huge seagull for Maine.
It's a really big gull. It's the biggest gull species in the world, and they live here.
Okay, so where will you see them here in the state?
So you'll definitely see them on the beach, on rocky islands, mud flats, marshes. They're not as ubiquitous as the herring gull, which is the classic seagull you probably think of, but
okay.
They're all over the place. They're even nesting on rooftops in Portland.
So let's make the distinction here. What makes this gull different from the herring gull?
So first and foremost, the size. They are larger, they have a really hefty honkin' bill. They look pretty big and bad, but that dark color as well. They're much darker than the herring gulls in the back.
Okay, so that black back really is a distinguisher, and the length of the wingspan, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so how big are we talking?
I mean, probably about as tall as I am. I'm 5'1".
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's how big the length of the wings are?
Yeah, so males are larger generally, females are a little bit smaller, but yeah, they can about a meter and some change.
Now, Stacia, why do you love seagulls so much?
I'm so glad you asked.
Every year, we gotta fit a gull into Bird of the Week.
It's true. I love gulls. For one, they are a large seabird that you can get close to and actually observe well.
Okay.
Which is just so special. And they're also a lot like us. They're really adaptable. They live all over the place. They can eat a wide variety of things and live in a wide variety of temperatures and habitats, just like human beings.
And you sent in 2 photos here
yes.
of one of these great black-backed gulls that was banded. You see the orange band on the leg.
Yeah.
So why was this bird banded? What's going on?
So gulls are being researched all over the place. They're actually a great species to research.
Why is that?
So they're considered an indicator species because they live in so many places and they can thrive in so many environments that if they're doing really well or perhaps the population isn't doing very well, that can indicate a change in that habitat.
I see.
Yeah, so this gull was banded on Ram Island a couple of years ago, a few years ago now actually, and the one of it on over the water, that's its first year. It's 1 year old, or maybe even 6 months, and then the other one is almost exactly a year later. They're both at the Portland Fish Pier, so that's where this particular gull, Zuo, likes to hang out. Z-U-O.
It's named. Okay, that's
funny.
funny.
Well, that's the band on its leg, so I call him Zuo.
You know, it's very impressive that you can tell the difference in age with the gulls. You know, as they get older, what can you use to distinguish them? Will you see babies here in Maine?
Absolutely, you will. Yes. So herring gulls and great black-backed gulls, for lack of habitat on islands where they usually nest, they've started nesting on rooftops. So Portland, Maine is a great place to go and look for young gulls. Blackbacks are, they're on the Portland Museum of Art. They're on a lot of buildings with like kind of flat, rocky roofs.
And I know a lot of people might see a bird poop on their cars, but you know, we got to deal with the gulls. We love the gulls.
We do.
Is there any other fun facts you would share about the great black-backed gull today?
Well, I just think they're so striking, and part of it is that dark color. And we found that larger birds tend to be darker with the gulls. So this is the largest gull, and it's also darker, and that's probably because that melanin in the feathers, for one, it strengthens the feathers, and it also heats up faster, and a warmer surface reduces drag when they fly, so it makes them more efficient.
Wow, adding some science to this Bird of the Week, huh?
Yeah, gulls are cool.
Well, thank you, Stacia. You've given me a new appreciation for the gulls. I would always get excited to see a seagull. It would mean I was close to a beach growing up. So thank you for this edition of Bird of the Week. Hey, by the way, if you have photos of the wood duck you would like to show off on the show, that's our next Bird of the Week. Stacia is going to be joining us once again. Wood duck, Stacia, I don't know a lot about it, so I can't wait.
Perfect. You'll love it.
Well, submit the photos on Chime In, and we will be right back with more on Arc Maine.